The Butler community was tragically informed of the death of junior liberal arts and sciences student Ty Brown late Monday evening. The student body was sent an email from President Danko regarding the matter, extending his condolences to Brown's family and friends. President Danko also refers to counseling and consultation programs that are offered through the university for students who may be struggling. The Collegian staff has issued an editorial statement on the matter in this week's paper. Ty Brown will be greatly missed, and the Collegian staff offers their condolences alongside President Danko to Brown's family and friends.
Hello, welcome to the Butler Collegian Newscast. I'm Catalina Gallegos.
And I'm Nikki Clark.
Butler students are receiving suspicious emails regarding personal assistant jobs offering them extra cash. Many of these emails are coming from butler.edu accounts, which makes them hard to target. BUPD is investigating these emails since phishing is considered a crime.
This year, nearly 60 sophomores are living in University Terrace, an apartment building usually reserved for juniors and seniors. These sophomores arrived on move-in day to find lead paint waivers and cockroaches. Students were presented with waivers to sign, acknowledging that they had been informed of the lead paint in the building. The building was also treated for cockroaches over the summer, after students living there last year had problems with them in the spring. However, many students have already reported issues with them this year. Building maintenance is continuing to monitor the situation.
10% of Butler's undergraduate population are first-generation college students. Those students can now benefit from the brand new BU First initiative. BU First is designed to bring students together who may be feeling stressed in similar ways. Dean of Students Sally Click started the program when she noticed trends in first-generation students and their success levels. In order to help these students, BU First will hold 2 presentations at the beginning of each month that will give students the opportunity to ask questions to faculty members and other first-generation students. BU First is located in Atherton 311. The HRC Counseling and Consultation Service now has a service dog to assist in some counseling appointments. We have Chelsea Groves in the studio with the scoop.
I'm joined by Collegian staff reporter Katie Freeman to talk about her latest story about a therapy dog that just joined the HRC Counseling and Consultation Services staff. His name is Scooter, and he is a black and white hypoallergenic Cavachon. At first glance, what inspired you to write a story about this dog?
Well, whenever my editor threw out the story idea, I immediately told her that I would write about it because I love dogs and I think that it's so cool how they can integrate like animals into their counseling services at the HRC.
And what is the presence that is supposed to be expected with Scooter the dog being in appointments?
Scooter is owned by Shanna Markle, who is one of the therapists at the HRC, and so she keeps Scooter in her office and he helps her out during appointments. But also he will be available in the HRC twice a week during the Let's Talk program that's held in the living room of the counseling center. So students who don't regularly attend counseling can have the opportunity to join like in a group setting and meet him there if they're intimidated by going to like a one-on-one counseling session.
And did you meet him yet?
I did meet him.
How was it?
It was amazing, and he ran into the room. He was so excited, his tail was wagging, he was so friendly, and he's so soft and cuddly, and he behaves so well.
Are you a dog person overall?
Yes.
Do you have one?
Yes, I have a dog. Her name is Dakota. She is a German Shepherd.
Oh, sweet. I have a black lab and a yellow lab, so I'm a dog person too. But Katie, thank you so much for your time. And guys, back to you.
Thanks, guys. I'll definitely be giving Scooter a visit soon.
As if having one dog on campus wasn't enough. Now we have 2.
Speaking of dogs, let's head over to Jake Bedell to see what our Bulldog athletes have been up to this week. What's going on, Jake?
Thanks, Nikki. Men's soccer is off to a nice start in their quest for redemption this season. After only winning 4 games last year, the Bulldogs have started the 2019 campaign with a pair of wins over Western Michigan and Evansville. Against the Broncos to open the season, the Dogs trailed by a goal and headed into the half, but they quickly turned things around as Brandon Gould sent in the first goal of the year in the 50th minute of the game, and it tied the game at 1-1. Then, in the dying minutes, a foul inside the box led to a penalty kick to be taken by Wilmer Cabrera Jr. He hit the shot in the lower right-hand corner and sealed the win in the 85th minute. The Dogs later took on Evansville on Monday, and the defense really stepped up. Goalkeeper Gabriel Georgi only needed to make 2 saves over the course of the game, as Butler went on to win 2-0. They take to the road this week against Marshall this coming Thursday. The football team had a tough contest last weekend against North Dakota State. The game was held at Target Field, home of the Minnesota Twins, and boy did the Bison faithful show out. Over 34,000 fans attended the opening matchup against Butler. While Butler has pulled off upsets against big programs before, it wasn't meant to be against the Bison. The Bulldogs fell 57-10, with the only scores coming in the third quarter. A 29-yard field goal and a fumble recovery taken to the house by Dan Del Grosso were the only tallies in consecutive drives. The Bulldogs are home against Indiana Wesleyan this game on Saturday. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock p.m. The volleyball team left the War Eagle Invitational at Auburn last weekend with a 1-2 record. In their first match of the season against New Mexico State, the Bulldogs were swept 3-0. However, the ladies bounced back with the sweep of their own. Against Tennessee State, a staggering 7 aces were scored in the matchup, allowing the Dogs to walk away with a win. On Saturday, they took on the hosting Tigers and forced a 5th game after splitting sets 2 apiece. In sets 1 and 3, they pushed beyond 30 points, but the Tigers took down the Bulldogs 15-12 in the final set. This coming weekend, they head to Ohio to take part in the Bowling Green Invitational. Women's soccer had a pair of road matches this past week against Northern Kentucky and 15th-ranked Wisconsin. For more on these games, we kick things on over to Chelsea Groves.
Thanks, Jake. This week's highlighted team is women's soccer. A few quick updates. The Dogs, who are receiving votes, saw a Big Ten opponent last Sunday, 15th-ranked Wisconsin, a 2-1 overtime loss in Madison. They now sit at 3-1-0. Some individual accolades. Senior forward Macy Miller earned Big East Offensive Player of the Week honors after 2 strong performances against Northern Kentucky and Wisconsin. Miller had a 3-point outing against Northern Kentucky, scoring a goal and adding an assist. Next up, they'll face another Big Ten team, Michigan State, on Thursday at the Selleck Bowl at 7 o'clock, followed by Milwaukee on Sunday on the road, and back at home against Illinois next Thursday. Catalina, Nikki, back to you.
That's all for this week's Butler Collegian Newscast. To stay up to date with all things news on Butler's campus, visit us at thebutlercollegian.com or on Twitter at Butler Collegian. I'm Nikki Clark.
I'm Catalina Gallegos.
And I'm Jake Bedell.
Have a great week, Dogs.